Hey house guest, welcome back to another updates and spoilers. Our super secret, well not so super secret, but our super special house guest of the day today is Patty McAfee. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. Gives me the feels. I love it. And if you want to give me the feels like Patty McAfee, why don't you check out our Patreon link in the info box below. This is my third time doing this. Thank you all for your wonderful comments. I appreciate it so much. I cannot wait for Maddie to get back tomorrow, although she's probably not going to be doing a spoiler till Monday because she's not on the down low. Alright, so let's continue this. It says here that the late night jamboree was pretty devastated by Shelby getting that care package. I would have to agree. They looked like they had just lost their best friends. Alright, so Justin, forever the optimistic cheerleader, was telling everybody to be positive and, you know, just make lemons out of lemonade. Well, it took a while. But I think it's finally sinking in. Or at least they're pretending that it's sinking in. It's like, yeah, this sucks, but I'm going to have to put a positive spin on it. I won't get picked off like this week or next week. Maybe I can get them to vote themselves out. I don't know what they're thinking, but they're trying to stay positive, so I got to give them that much. At least they're saying they're trying. So Alex and Jason have a little chat. You recall earlier in the season that they kind of like had this special bond, whatever, that they wanted to work together. So they kind of make an alliance. You know, you protect me, I'll protect you, at least for this week anyway. So Danny's getting a little bit disappointed that none of the plastics or Scott has actually come up to the HOH to talk to her yet. Scott has more of his one-on-one with the live feeders. Scott, we've seen too much. We don't want you to talk to us anymore. Really. Alright. It's kind of weird, too, that he was, you know, ooh, Alex is my girl, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep her safe. And what is on my nose? Anyway. Right at that point, they had the, well, not right at that point, later on, they had the daily replay because they show that at like 10 o'clock at night. And they made Alex made a big point of distancing herself from Scott. She's like, I'm not in a showmance with him. You know, he's not my ride or die or whatever. Yeah. You may like her, Scott, but I don't think it's mutual. Alright, it's time for the live diary rooms. I really enjoy these. Although they have mostly the same ridiculous questions every week. They changed it up a little bit this week. They were asking, one of the first questions was that they were asking about Neely. And I think it was pretty obvious who gave a crap and who didn't. So Jason was up first. He said, you know, what he's going to do strategy-wise. He's going to try and rekindle the relationships that he had earlier in the game with the other side of the house. That is, aka kiss some ass. He's going to have to win more comps if he's ever going to make it to the final three, because nobody's going to want to take him because of his huge fan base. I think it's gotten a lot smaller lately. He's going to turn, I'm going to turn lemons into lemonade. And because of the care package, he feels picked on by America. But I still love you, America. I'd still do you. That reminds me, I think I heard a snippet of him saying something about getting his something pooped on when he was doing somebody. Oh my god, I can't get that out of my brain now. Why did I have to see that on the feeds? I was just like, I All right, Morgan was up next. She doesn't think things are going to be peaceful in the house. Not while everybody's fighting, that's for sure. I don't know. I think they're a little bit more peaceful already. The final 3 obstacle for her is keeping, well, the biggest obstacle for the final 3 is keeping the ball smashers together. That's tough because there's 4 of them plus Scott, and there's only like 9 people left in the house, right? That's going to be tough to keep them together. Her strategy is not to win until she has to. I don't like that strategy. But apparently it's working because she's still in the house. And she's going to use the fact that Justin is afraid of witches to her advantage, I guess, at the Halloween party or whatever. There was a whole lot of talk about the witch's hat being hidden, and Justin really does not like that witch's hat. I mean, like, he really does not like it. Now it's Scott's turn. Scott says, "Thank you, America." Jason, he tells America that Jason offered him a deal, and he thinks that America's nominee is going to be Chrissy. I would have to agree with that. I'm with Scott on that. And his whole plan of annoying Danielle, well, he's going to scrap that. He's not going to go with that now, because I think it's caused enough damage. All right, let's talk about Chrissy. And what do you think the first thing that Chrissy has to say is? "My hands are getting better, America." Really? We're so tired of hearing about your hands. And I feel bad about Neely. I mean, yeah. But then she starts ripping the other side of the house a new one. She's like, the other side of the house has bad gameplay and blah, blah, blah. Christy, come on. You're being a negative Nancy now. You have to be positive, like Justin said. And she said, Scott's horrible. Continue. Keep going. See, that's what makes me think, you're not really trying to be positive, honey. You're still going to be negative. Her biggest obstacle... Why can't I say that? I think it was because I had a falafel burger for dinner and my mouth is so dry right now. I don't want to eat takeout food anymore. The biggest obstacle for her to get to the final 3 is getting rid of the other side of the house. Whoa! Alright. She's still trying to play an honest game, though, because she doesn't freaking realize that it's not working. She's trusting. I'm trusting the process. Alright. I know I sucked in the veto, so don't nominate me, America. Ho, ho, ho. Alright. Next, Justin. Neely shouldn't have worn that witch hat. It's too gree-gree. He wants to remain positive, and he's not going to change anything that he's been doing because it's working. And he wants to give a shout out to his family. I could just listen to Justin talk all day long. There's something ambiguously decadent about his accent. And his, like, interspersed little French here and there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Cool. Alright, Whitney. The house it's gonna calm down when there's not 2 sides left and numbers are dwindling. She doesn't feel safe. She doesn't have a relation with Danielle. I don't think they really like each other all that much. And, I'm looking forward to the Halloween party. I know I can't go corning because there's no woods in the Big Brother house, but could you help us, America? Could you nominate one of the people from the other side? Another person I could listen to all day is Whitney. She's pretty funny. Alright, Alex. She brought up the whole Neely slap on the wrist thing when Alex was, she a have-not? Yeah. Things are never going to be peaceful. She's going to have to learn how to stay out of the fights. This is going to be a scary week, not just because it's Halloween, because she may be going home. She might be the target. America's nomination is going to determine whether she's going home or whether she's staying safe. And she's kind of got a little deal going with Jason to stay safe this week. And by the way, guys, playing with my sister is really hard. Because I don't think they really like each other in real life, but for the sake of the game, they're trying to like play together, but she will cut that bitch if she has to. Alright, then Shelby, she also brought up the slap on the wrist thing with Neely. There's not going to be any peace in the house. She's just taking it week by week. And she actually wants to work with Danielle. And she wants to try and stay off the block. But whatever. If I get nominated, whatever. Alright, so she says, hey, America, why don't you nominate a, what did she call him? Hypocritian. I guess that's her new name for the late night jamboree. And she guarantees they'll go home. Her laugh is actually really growing on me. But then again, I was kind of a Beavis and Butthead fan back in the day. She also wants to win a comp because this is pretty embarrassing. She hasn't won anything yet. And she also wanted to give a shout out to her bar prep crew, but then Big Brother was like, don't be naming people. We don't have releases signed from them. So they cut to fish. And then, you know, after she named all the people, they came back. And Danielle was the last to go in the live diary rooms. And I was bullied my entire life. We don't need to know that. You've already said it a million times on the feeds. She's been avoiding Scott. Things have been more peaceful. Biggest obstacle is convincing the other side of the house to work with the late night jamboree. Why don't you stop treating them like crap and maybe they'll come up and like not be afraid of you. Alright, so the care package. When that whole scene went down, she was upset, but she's over it now. She wants to scare Justin. Poor Justin. He's really afraid of that tuna and witches. I don't know why he's afraid of tuna. I guess it's some sort of weird phobia or something. I don't know. I could see witches, but tuna? She wants to work with Alex and Scott. What? Really? And, son, I miss you. Alright, so late night jamboree. They decide, you know what? We've had enough crap. Let's cut loose. And they play hide and seek. They're laughing it up. They're chowing down in the kitchen. I'm sure Justin was cooking up some fried chicken. And they were dancing around. They were having a grand old time. Meanwhile, the ball smashers were loading up on their birth control pills in the bathroom. Or the storage room. I don't remember. And it's time for, you guessed it, you can't have a season of Big Brother without pranks. So they pulled out the old honey on the doorknob. They were planning on putting some tuna in Justin's shoe. In a baggie, of course. That's gross. And then they said, you know what? Hey, why don't we pick out some spirit animals for each other? Surprised they didn't start braiding each other's armpit hair. Well, Scott was he had a sea lion picked out for him because he's a clapper. Whitney was like, why my koala? Because you're all cute. Oh, okay. And then they said Neely was a panther or a cheetah because she had like animal print pants or something, or a skirt. They wanted to make Shane a lion, but Whitney said, no, that's too noble for him. Or maybe that was Shelby. It's hard to tell who's saying what when the camera's not on them. Of course, Scott picked out a fox for Alex. Alright, and then Morgan wants to be a dolphin. This is the funny part. But no, Shelby said, you don't want to be that because dolphins rape people. And she said she saw it on YouTube. She saw some lady that a dolphin was trying to rape, and she doesn't want to say how she got to that video on YouTube. She doesn't even know, but yeah, that happened. So, meanwhile, again, Danny and Jason are in a baby powder Febreze skirmish. They're fooling around. Somebody's going to get some powder in the eye. They're not going to be too happy. And then that was pretty much it for the evening. The next morning, Jason woke up and smoked his very last cigarette, he said, of his life. I'm thinking probably for the next month. And Alex and Morgan, they had a pretty rough night because they had to listen to Chrissy snoring her brains out, and they said it was like the worst snoring they've ever heard in their lives. They tried sticking cotton balls in their ear. They were contemplating throwing something over there to try and wake her up or whatever. Alright, so there was an outdoor lockdown. Jason said he could actually hear people laughing in the walls last night. I'm guessing that's when they had their hide and seek or whatever. He's still waiting for his nicotine patches. Come on, he's dying out there. Jason and Danielle, I guess they had a little bit too much fun last night because they were passed out on the backyard couches. I heard Big Brother once say, like, no napping, but they were dead. Ongoing crackle wars, I call them the BSers, the ball smashers, found the crackle. They want to chow down because they're afraid one of them or more of them are going to be have-nots. Just like Chrissy doesn't want to take cold period showers all week. So she wanted to get that last shower in the bathroom in the HOH room. Yeah, right after she destroyed it. Okay, that's so gross. Time to reveal the have-nots. And they are exactly the three that I gave 20 votes to. And that would be Whitney, Chrissy, and Justin. Oh, poor Justin. He's so weak. All right. Shelby finally gets her ass up to the HOH room to talk to Danielle. And you know what? It wasn't as bad as she thought. Danielle tells Shelby that she's not the target and Scott is not on her radar. But I think she also told her, use America's Care Package to save yourself, which to me is a very clear indicator that she is going up on the block. So Jason, this is a little side note, Jason said, hey, BB gave me free feeds for BB18. And he's wondering, are we all going to get free feeds for BB19 because we're on the show this season? It's a possibility. See, they don't know whether this is going to be like looked at as a regular season of Big Brother or not, or whether it's just like some experimental fluke. So they're also wondering, in the past, like maybe yesterday, that are we going to be invited to like the Big Brother events like the regular season people are? Only time will tell. Fun fact, Chrissy does not shave the hair on her bearded lady tattoo. Oh, okay. Alex, Shelby, and Scott, what if they had an alliance? Would they call it the Ass Alliance? I don't think Big Brother would be too happy about that. All right, we're all the way at the safety ceremony now. Doot, doot, doot. Who do you think's going to be safe? Well, it just so happens to be Chrissy, Justin, and Jason. No surprises there. So who's going to be nominated tomorrow? Who's going to be the net result of tomorrow night's safety ceremony? Will Scott and Alex be safe, or will they be up on the block? I'm thinking that they're probably going to be safe. I think Danny's going to stick to her. It's probably going to be Morgan and Shelby going up. So we'll have to wait and see till tomorrow, but tomorrow's my last day, so make sure you check it out. Let me know if I effed it up or not. So until tomorrow, much love. Edit.